You're watching Adorama TV.
Welcome to Adorama TV. Today we're going to be reviewing an iPad application, but before we do, I'd like to make a very special announcement, and that is that Wired magazine has finally come to the iPad. Now, Wired magazine is by far my favorite magazine, and the interface in the iPad is phenomenal. It allows you to dive right into the articles, has a lot of bonus content, there's videos and all kinds of things that you can play right from the magazine itself. So it has everything the print magazine does, but added features like extra videos and little clips and things that are all peppered through the application. It's a phenomenal app. Well, Wired magazine is pretty awesome, but the app that we're going to review today is called ReelDirector. Now, ReelDirector allows you to edit videos and even animate some still photos. You can zoom in, zoom out, add transitions, add music, even do voiceovers. So let's take a look at ReelDirector. ReelDirector is an application that allows you to edit videos and still photos. So it's pretty simple. I'll go here and hit New, and this allows me to start a new project. I can add an opening title, some closing credits, and things like that. So I'm going to just leave that blank for now. And now this interface is pretty simple to understand. Up here is a timeline where I put all of my video or still photos, and it's linear from left to right. It's how the video will play. Underneath that is all where my audio files will go. So if I add music or voiceover components, they will show up on the bottom of that. And this is my main viewing window, so I can see a preview of how my movie is going to look. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here, hit this plus sign, and I'm going to add some video or a photo. So I've got some movies in my library here, and I can click this and play really fast to see exactly what this is. I can scroll around, so I can see this is a little video I shot at Greg Gorman's studio. I don't want to use that. Let's see what this is. Okay, so this is a video of me driving to California along the wind turbine. So I like that, so I'm going to use that. So the first thing it'll do is it'll compress the video to make it really fast to edit, and it's on my timeline. So if I would like to, I can trim this up. So I want to change the in and out points because this is a 30-second video. I don't want to have a video that long. Now when I press on the clip itself, I have this toolbar that comes up. I can delete the clip, I can play the clip, I can do some cropping, I can trim this or split it into two different clips, add text or add a dissolve or other kind of transition to the clip itself. So what I want to do is I want to trim this clip up. So I get a preview of my video and I can push and drag right here in this timeline and I can see exactly what the clip is going to look like. Well, I want that to be my endpoint, so I'm going to say that's my endpoint of the video. I'm going to drag this along here for about let's say a couple of seconds. I'm going to say I want that to be my out point. Now, if I wanted to make this a little bit more accurate, I can actually go here and go frame by frame in the video. So I don't need to be that accurate for this video. I can say done. And once I say done, I can either keep the original file in my computer, or I can say, no, I want to use the final trim. I'm going to keep the original, but I'm just going to use the trimmed version in my video itself. So now I have this. This actually has a title that I put in previously when I was testing it out called The Mission, directed by Mark Wallace. And the reason for that is I'm going to add some photos now from the Mission District of San Francisco. So I'll go here and I'm going to add some photos now. And these are in my street portfolio. And here are a few guys that I took some pictures of in San Francisco in the Mission District. And so I'm going to add those to my timeline there. So once I'm done, I can just touch anywhere to get rid of that dialogue. So now I can drag this along my timeline to see what my video is going to look like right here. Now the first thing I want to do is I want to go to this first video clip and I want to push that and up comes my dialogue. I want to put a transition on the end of that, so it's an ending transition. And I've got a bunch of different things I can choose from. So I'm going to use fade through white. That's the one I want to use. So I'm going to choose that. Now the nice thing is I can go here to my clip of these guys that were in the Mission District. And these guys were a blast to hang out with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some audio and add a voiceover. So I'm going to click the plus sign and I'm going to say record sound. Now I'm just going to tap this. These guys were a lot of fun to hang out with. Okay, now I have my audio and I can drag this back. And now when I play this, these guys were a lot of fun to hang out with. There it is. It's already in my iPad. Now, once I have that, I can start going in here and I can add a opening and ending title transition. So I'm going to add this, just a normal cross dissolve. I'll say that's done. I'm and add an ending transition, and I'm going to have another cross dissolve. Now the thing is about this picture that I really like is I want to zoom in on it. So I'm going to hit this crop button right here, and I'm going to go to the beginning of that clip, and I'm going to say pan and zoom. And so I'll go in here, I'm going to pan this over, and I'm going to zoom right into his glasses, and then at the end I want to show his entire face, which is there, so I can see what that effect is going to look like. It's going to zoom right out. I can adjust the timing of that and all kinds of things right here in this dialogue. And so I'll say done. And now when this plays, it's going to start with his face zoomed in and it'll pan out. So you can do all kinds of things like that, not just with stills, but with video as well. So now that we have just a very basic video put together, I want to do one more thing, and that is add music. So I'm going to go here, hit the plus, and I'm going to go to my imported music. Now right now, you can't bring things directly in from your iPod's iTunes library. You have to import them through a proprietary system, which isn't so easy, but it works. So I'm going to go in here. I have some great music here from the Innocence Mission. And so I'm going to go in here and I'm going to say, oh, Song About Traveling is perfect for this one. So I'm going to put that on the timeline, and that'll take a couple seconds. And now that's on my timeline. And it shows up, it's already trimmed exactly right, and you can see it already has a fade out at the end of that. And that's about as easy as it gets to play music right here in your video. So now I have all of my assets, and I want to make this movie and I want to watch it. Well, to do that, I have to render it. So I'll go back to my projects, and then I'm going to hit the render button. And this will take a little while to render. So it says, you're sure you want to do this? Because it'll take a couple minutes. And I'll say yes. So here we go. We're going to render this. Okay, now that's rendered, and through the power of editing, we shortened that time just a little bit. So that normally takes a minute or two. Once it's rendered, now you can play the video. There it is. These guys were a lot of fun to hang out with. Once your video is done, you can export that to email. You can save it to your photo albums, and so I'll do that really quickly. So it's going to save that. It saves successfully. You can compress it to different qualities. You can go back in and edit some more, and of course you can delete it. Now that I've saved it to my photo library though, if I go back to my photos and go back to my, my saved photos right here, there's my video. I can play it full screen and it looks amazing. These guys were a lot of fun to hang out with. So there you have it, ReelDirector, a very, very powerful tool to edit videos and still photos. I highly recommend it.
This episode is brought to you by Adorama TV. Visit the Adorama Learning Center, where you'll find photography tips and techniques, links to the gear used in this episode, and related videos. For all the latest photography, video, and computer gear, visit Adorama.com. And the next time you're in New York City, visit our store located on 18th Street between 5th and 6th Avenue.